constant calls. There's no let up.
This is Police Hour of Duty.
We're going to send officers out immediately.
Game on.
Listen. Delta Sierra 3. Hello, Derbyshire Police.
Okay, and what have you taken? About 58 tablets. So in total you've taken 78 tablets today. And you don't know what they are? Tramadol and paracetamol. Okay. So let's talk about something else then for a minute. Okay, what's this knife that you've got? So you were going to use it against yourself?
Can I please have units start making their way? Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
We've got a female, I believe, reporting that she's taken an overdose, but she has currently got a knife on her in the property.
Game on.
Is she breathing all right? Yeah, she's breathing and she's talking to our operator. And paracetamol.
Can I just ask, these tablets that you've taken, when was the last time that you took any? How long ago was it? You've just taken the last one now?
She's just taken them.
You've got nothing to apologise for. You've got absolutely nothing to apologise for. You haven't. That's what we're here for. We're here to help. And we're going to help you. Well, we're going to try and get you the help that you want, okay? Now, I can tell you we have got help coming to you now, okay?
We believe we know who she is just from previous incidents. She's got previous domestic violence victim. So she's very vulnerable.
So you felt guilty for being in hospital? And discharged yourself? So you've been in hospital twice in the past 2 days? 10 times? What was that? What was that noise? Right, where's the knife now, Pamela?
Tries to use it on herself or is the worst case, and it has happened to me before. Right, so it is a possibility. It's just here, but it's few.
Listen to me, Pamela. Can you have a look out of your window for me? There should be some police officers outside. You've just taken some more tablets. Oh, what were they? Were they the tramadol? Yeah, that's going to be yours. That's going to be yours, Pamela. Open the door for me.
It's the police. Can you come to the door?
Answer the door, Pamela. Answer the door for me. I know you're frightened, all right, and that's why I need you to answer the door.
We can find it.
I know you are, I know, but listen to me. Listen, nobody's going to hurt you.
Hello, is it Pamela? Right. Can we come in, please, Pamela?
Pamela, just show us both hands, please. You don't need any trouble. Please help us with tasers, show us both hands. Bring your other hand from outside the door. Pamela, bring your hand. Step back. Pamela, please help us with taser.
Pamela.
Step back for me. Step back.
Show us your hand. Show us your hand now.
Move back. Back from the door. Thank you. Keep your hands where I can see them. We're here to help you. Stay where you are, please.
Right, listen to it, Pamela. Right, just
And if I file with a camera in the address.
they're gonna give the Pamela, give the phone to one of the officers.
Can you listen to the lady?
Hello, it's PC.
Hello, it's comms. Right, she's put the knife in the cupboard, in the bottom cupboard. She says she hasn't got it on her, and she's continuing to take more tablets. All right.
Okay, yeah, brilliant.
All right,
We've
cheers.
got her in handcuffs anyway. Have you got an ambulance on its way?
Ambulance is on its way. Yeah.
Brilliant,
It's
thank you very much.
Cat 2 call. They'll be there as soon as they can. All right.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Thank you.
Cheers. Take care.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.
All would respond to our or dealing with priority incident.
Thank you. Are you available for an immediate at Alveston?
None of us expected to be here. Well, we're going to be here till 10:30, 11, and we've got to eat.
Dan, you've been nominated as food police.
Scott?
Yeah.
Positive on these drugs, mate.
What, crack and heroin?
Yeah, on the crack, mate. I've done it at the moment, so I've just got to do this.
Is there any heroin though? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Mac, can I get you then to get on the phone to be CPS?
Yeah, of course. I'll get on the phone straight away.
All the officers at the moment are just preparing the file for Reese Britton, and we'll always look to prosecute wherever we can.
Good evening, it's PC Mac Rowlands from the practice team at Derby. You all right? You can feel pressure, particularly in drug dealing cases, Class A, crack and heroin. You've got to present that to the Crown Prosecution Service. They will then make a decision if you've got enough evidence to charge that suspect.
This bag was in the same room with Kia, on the floor next to the bed with these exhibits, so that's that.
Now, we are a unit that specialises in county lines, drug dealing and such alike, so that's kind of our thing. I'll give you the short version of a long story. We had intelligence that drug line was operating out of Swadlincote.
We're going to keep this quick and then we'll be going out, all right?
Now, the county line that we're looking at is using the name Kane. The line name is Kane.
Obviously, you're all aware we're going to Swadlincote today, potentially county lines drug dealing. That's in relation to Reese Britton. Mac received information, was it yesterday or the day before, that he's back in an address in Swadlincote. Basically, we recovered a load of messages relating to him selling Class A drugs. We've also received intel that he's been reloaded with Class A drugs, so it might be a good time to try and take him out. So the intention is to split up in numerous cars today. 3 cars will go up. But we're about 1 minute away.
You received. County lines is effectively a business model where a group of individuals from one of the biggest cities like London or Birmingham, Manchester, will run a drug supply line into a more rural area. These drug lines can generate thousands of pounds a day. So county lines is a catalyst for massive criminality in an area. We're using the element of surprise. We're going to have a number of officers close by that would rush the address if the door opens. They're going to position themselves ready to go into the address. Just where it's around this bench, and it's a little turn and it's going to start making the alarm go off. We're hungry for this one. I want to put him away.
Reese, you've got 10 seconds before the door's coming off. It's injures.
We have no available units.
21:13 at the minute, and it's getting a bit busier now.
We're nice and straightforward, and we got a lot of evidence. We've followed some intelligence to an address where we thought he may have been. We've gone to that address. The first arrest was at 10:20 this morning.
Reese, you've got 10 seconds before the door's coming off its hinges.
Makes an impact, doesn't it?
Arrest him, Matt.
What for?
Someone else come up here.
I haven't got anything. Shut your mouth.
Get the fuck off then. You're eating. You're eating me, man.
Well, that's because of your behaviour. We've got to control you.
Okay, that's it.
2 females upstairs.
I ain't got no drugs.
It doesn't matter if you've got drugs or not. It's being involved in the supply of Class A drugs. But we've got the power now to search this property under Section 32 of PACE. Because you were here, we're going to be searching, OK, looking for Class A drugs and evidence relating to the offence that you've just been arrested for. OK.
Also at that address is the occupant of the address, Kia, and his partner.
Babe!
No.
They've arrested me as well. They're taking me to police station.
Right, is Jodie your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Right, OK. So why are you at Kia's house?
Oh, it's family related.
Family related?
Yeah, the Jodie, yes, I was still saying.
Right.
Can I have a joggers, please?
Yeah.
What, 2 phones? While we're there, there's some telephones that have been ringing, and the number that's ringing is saved as Kane New. Now, the county line name is Kane.
So here we've got a bit of a razor blade, usually used for either cutting it up into individual powder, digital scales as well. And you can see, if you look very closely, there's sort of white residue around the side.
Searching an address for drugs, you need a systematic approach. You're always thinking about what could happen. And it's not just in the method you use to search, you've got to make sure that what you're doing complies with the legislation. Worst case scenario is you go into an address and you don't recover the drugs, you don't recover the evidence you need.
Dan! Dan! Just found the green and black Adidas bag. Yeah, there's a lot of drugs here. So we've got solid rocks of probably crack cocaine, and obviously you can see it's already been cut up into numerous individual deals. Each one of these will either be crack cocaine or heroin. I'd probably estimate at the moment £1,500, £2,000 worth of Class A drugs.
Just getting the evidence in the first place is not enough. It's all got to be presented to Crown Prosecution Service. That's where the next phase of the investigation starts, and there's an awful lot to do from there.
Right, folks, scrum down. Op Scarlet. We're doing Op Scarlet tonight. We're targeting street prostitution. We're looking at females that we think are out there, loitering and soliciting sex, and the customers. Our intention is to take action against them. Yeah. We're going to concentrate on the main area. So, on the map, in particular, we've got the car park round there. There's been reports that prostitutes have been going with customers into people's back gardens. The way we're going to do it, me, Gemma and Hunty, we're going to be in plain clothes, gathering evidence. Maddie, Naomi, you'll be out there spotting in cars. What we don't want to do is spook people. This is about enforcement tonight rather than just dissuading people from doing it. We're also looking at the support side of things. They give us permission, hopefully, to contact women's work, and so they can support them from that side of it. So,
Ready? I've got maps. I've got
maps,
Scarlet
yeah.
briefing here. Are you still got the car keys, Naomi?
Yeah, I've got them.
See you later.
Cool. Let's do this. Prostitution in Derby, it's quite an issue. I think it's difficult because we want to be able to catch the men who are picking up our women from Normanton. But for the girls, I think it's different because they're the ones that's putting themselves into very, very vulnerable situations. We don't want to criminalise them. They are very much more of a victim than they are an offender. So, although they are breaking the law, we have to deal with it appropriately. It's 9:15, so it usually starts around this time.
We're acting as the spotters tonight, so we're in a plain vehicle. We're just basically driving up and down where all the girls usually are.
These officers on the right are our 2 plainclothes officers for the night. When we do spot a working girl, we'll communicate with these using our mobile phones. It's always about gathering intelligence, really. I've been working here now for the last 3 years, and these girls see us every single week. They know that we're watching them. That's one of our working girls already.
Hello?
Hello, just to let you know, there's a working girl walking down towards Grove Street car park. She's got hair sleek back in a ponytail, she's got a black leather jacket on. She's got some lager in a plastic bottle.
Can you stay around there?
Yeah, we can turn
Just
around.
keep from a distance.
Yeah, no problem.
Do a few odds on it if you see anything, so then we'll make our way down there.
Yeah, that's fine.
You wanna fucking smoke me?
Lovely job, thank you. Cheers. Bye. Excess Al coming in from Spondon.
It's 9:20 p.m. We currently have in custody here in Derby 13 people, 2 of which are going to court tomorrow, so they'll be here all night.
That is the only facility that I have that I can allow you to have a shower in. I don't have any other facility.
I'm telling you, I'm going there, but I don't want no one stood there. I'm capable to fucking shower myself.
We've got 3 in for quite a big drugs possession with intent to supply Class A drugs.
I'm going in there!
You having a shower, are you? Stop shouting. Stop shouting.
Okay, touch me
Stop
one
shouting
more
then.
time.
We're trying to help you,
Touch
Jodie.
me one more time.
Jodie, we're trying to help you.
And the officers are currently liaising with the Crown Prosecution Service to get a decision on charge.
I think it's 48 heroin and 34 crack.
I've never been in custody when it's a clear board. There's always been someone here. For want of a better word, it's like a conveyor belt.
Police emergency. I've took my daughter in, she's had a few drinks and she's just attacked me. She's just grabbed me by my hair, my throat and everything. Yes, you have. Yes, you have, Donna. Yes, you have. Has she had a drink, did you say? Yeah.
We'll get officers to you as soon as possible. Do you want me to stay on the phone until officers get there if you're saying you're
Yes,
scared?
please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, don't cry, Kim.
Just had an immediate come in. Can you stop making me wait now? We got a report saying my daughter just attacked me. She grabbed me by the hair and throat.
Yeah, 24, no problem. Make our way. We're going to end up with a prisoner here.
Kim, I know it's not really particularly warm outside, but I think you're going to be safer outside because I can hear her and the officers are en route.
Yeah.
Stay on the phone to me, but go and wait outside. There's no point. Don't put yourself in harm's way.
Don't know this suspect, so I'll know what to expect. I know what she looks like. If she's drunk, she might be a bit difficult to talk to.
All right, fine. Try not to cry because it'll just make you feel 100 times worse.
It can be really challenging when we go into domestic incidents. Unfortunately, domestic incidents make up a massive part of our job. It's probably quite an emotional situation for us to be walking into and probably quite highly charged.
You can just have a look out your window, Kim. I think an officer should be pulling up with you shortly.
Okay. Yeah, they're here.
They're there, are they?
Yeah.
All right then, Kim. You take care.
We go either way now.
Definitely. It's full. Yes. Hello. You hungry?
Hello, Donna. How are you, Donna? All right?
Can I have a chat with you in here while my colleague goes in there? What's happened, Shug?
She's gone on one. She's totally gone on.
So what's she done to you?
Head.
She smacked you in the head?
She's got me by the throat.
She had a drink tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Donna, what's happened tonight? Why are you so upset?
Because they moved me out in the Cheshire,
Right.
where they initially put me to start with for my safety. All I want to do is be somewhere where I'm safe and secure, where nobody can get in arm's reach of me and hurt me in any sort of way.
Okay, okay.
Donna, I've just spoken to your mum and she's reported that you've assaulted her. So we're going to have to speak to you about it.
I haven't.
We're going to have to
I
speak to you
haven't.
about it. So at this time, you're under arrest on suspicion
No,
of
but that-
assault.
you
Let
know
me
what,
finish.
that is
Let me just
grabbing
finish.
me and what have
You
you
don't
as
have
well
to. You do
then.
not have to say
Oh, no more
anything, but it
boozing,
may
Donna.
harm your defence if you do not mention and question something which later on in court anything you do say may be given in evidence. Your arrest is necessary for a prompt and effective investigation so that we can question you about it, get your side of the story, and also to prevent any further harm coming to anyone in the house. Okay? Look, it'll all get sorted. But we've got to ask you about it.
I have severe mental health problems and all, and I can't cope with it.
Okay, but
Honest to God.
all right, Donna, but we have to get this sorted, don't we? It's such a strange world that most people will never experience, or hopefully will never experience. I'd hope that I would never be in a position where I need to call the police on a family member for something that they've done to me. But unfortunately, that's the reality for a lot of people, and that's the norm for a lot of people. And more, we are going to domestic-related incidents where families are attacking each other, unfortunately.
Careful, watch your head.
More and more, we are becoming more like social workers than police officers.
Okay. Calm down, Duck.
You're such an evil woman!
There's people that are struggling, struggling with their families, with domestic violence, with drugs, with alcohol, and it's sad, really. And we see it in this job on the front line. We see people that hit rock bottom. So the last time I was on this grass verge was at 2:30 in the morning, probably 5-6 weeks ago. Standing by that tree there was a man without a shirt on with a toothbrush, and in the toothbrush he put a razor blade. And when he saw us, I jumped out first, went to approach him, and he walked straight across there, and that's when he started self-harming. And he stood there, cutting his own throat. So there was blood everywhere. It was quite an horrific event. Yeah, so.
Okay, folks, we need to start prepping for an interview tonight.
We've already received intel that this particular county line is up and running in Swaddling Coat already. We are currently 16 hours into an 8-hour shift, so that's how quick it can be, that they're up and running already.
The line is far bigger than the person we've arrested today. It's a huge operation that spreads over multiple towns, and it is difficult to get to the centre of that organisation. And these guys are collateral damage for the main serious criminals that are running these operations.
Gilson has provided a pre-prepared statement denying supply and then gone no comment to everything, despite the fact that she was on the bed where the drugs were. Generally with our interviews, they're on the back foot to begin with, so they're in a difficult position to try and get themselves out. So really what we need is to get them to open up and tell us the truth. Kia Archer, her account is that Britain is in her address in order to deal drugs. She benefits by getting 5 shots of crack and heroin per day for allowing it. The line is very often blurred between who's a victim and who is a perpetrator. You'll quite often get the users being exploited. When it comes to perpetrator, yes, they are an offender, but if they're forced into doing something completely against their will, they can become a victim.
Okay, so this interview's being recorded. Obviously, you're under caution, so now I'm going to have to further arrest you at this stage for 2 different offences. The first one is possession with intent to supply a controlled substance of Class A, and the second one is for possessing criminal property. So, obviously, today you was arrested in Woodfall. Whose address is that?
No comment.
Okay. Were you invited there?
No comment.
Who invited you?
No comment.
Have you taken over the address? Sorry, that again.
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig?
Peppa Pig. No comment.
Are you involved in drug dealing?
No comment.
What drugs do you sell?
No comment.
And how much do you sell them for?
No comment.
How do your customers pay?
No comment.
Is it cash?
Or do you want some?
If you've got some. Is anyone putting you in any danger if you don't do it? We could help with that if you are, like, if you're genuinely in danger and someone's threatening your life.
No comment.
Okay. Do you work for anyone?
No comment.
Mate, like, that is a massive change in attitude. Like, you've literally shrunk down into your chair and your head's gone down. It's making me think maybe there is something there. People find themselves in positions where they do have to do things that they don't want to do. They have to take risks. And it's massively serious if that's happening to you. You know, if you're the victim of something quite serious, then we'll take it seriously. I don't want to sort of labour on and keep talking about it, but if there is something that is pretty important that you tell us about it.
Someone's running you, and that's who we want because they're exploiting people. You could get done for this. You might go to prison for this. Someone's going to take your spot.
No, not a spot.
Well, okay, but theoretically, someone could take your spot and be in the same situation, and it's just another disposable person.
Is there anything you want to say, mate? Well,
mate.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Calm yourself down. You done me, man? What we're doing? Getting you under control is what we're doing. Oh, it's fucking me head off the wall, man. Right, bang, get off. Right.
And number 2.
What was that all about, kiddo?
I asked to say hello to my girlfriend or say bye. Yeah, and I'm not even allowed to do that, man. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, man. I'm going to chat to her for about 3 years or something, man.
We don't make the rules here, do we? Stay on the floor.
It does make it difficult to judge, doesn't it? We want CPS to see what we see, and when that doesn't happen, it's difficult to live with.
So tonight's aim is we see what street working girls are out within the local area. Who is
Never seen
she?
her. She's a new lady on the block.
99.9% of them are doing it for the drug fund, and they need the drugs every single day and every single night. So They come out on any day.
Usually the going rate is about £20.
Yeah. We've known cases where they've done the full deed for £5. So it depends how desperate they are for the drugs. It's very upsetting to hear the stories. They've been in domestic violence relationships where they've been raped, abused, hurt every single day. It was only yesterday I was speaking to one of our girls that was used from a very young age by her mum's friends. And you have to kind of understand why they're in the situation that they are.
Chaya.
Well, that bloke has seen him approach several prostitutes, so we'll get him.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right then, thank you. So Steve just phoned us. He's caught up with the male that's been approaching various of our prostitutes. He's now approaching them and he's going to try and get the punter in and ask him what's going on really.
Ali's already here.
Yeah, and Steve.
David's got the punter.
We're going down to the station.
No, I don't want to go
We need your presence there for 20 minutes.
No, I'm not coming to the police station.
You are doing.
Why? I've done nothing wrong. Have you got proof I've done anything?
We've got suspicion.
When we catch the females, they show quite a lot of frustration. They'll deal with it differently. Some people lash out.
I've done nothing wrong. Leave me alone.
Speak to you, inform you. We've got to do it.
Right, speak to us then. Who was the gentleman that you were with earlier?
He's just asked me the way to get into Derby city centre, and then you lot jumped all over me.
I think the men are very naive. I think they're very selfish. And I think the only reason they do it is for self-gratification.
He's up to do an interview and do a voluntary interview.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't want to listen to anything.
Right.
So, do you feel okay to be interviewed?
Right.
No problem.
We'll do that, and we'll if we're going to ask you questions, we need to do it under caution anyway, so we're not going to interview on the street.
No problem at all.
Okay.
I don't think they've once thought about who that female might be and what their story is, what their lifestyle might be. Don't think they've given that a thought at all. I think it's all about them.
You're cautioned for loitering or soliciting for the purpose of prostitution.
I've been cautioned.
It's not a formal caution, this is a warning. If you persist in this conduct, it may result in you being charged with an offence of loitering or soliciting for the purpose of prostitution under Section 1 of the Street Offences Act 1959.
You just can't begin to imagine how they must be feeling. Because, you know, we come into work and we're having a crap day. No, we're really not. We're not having a crap day. These girls are having a crap day. And it just puts so many things into perspective.
Okay. No, listen to the conclusion of it now. This caution means that if you repeat this behaviour in the next 3 months, you'll be arrested. Okay? Or you'll be voluntarily interviewed. And then you'll be going to court for it. Do you understand? Thank you. I think that went quite well.
I take for granted getting in my car and driving home and getting in the shower at the end of my shift and getting in a nice, comfortable bed. I take that for granted. I do that every single day. These girls don't. These girls don't.
And we've got about 10 night shift units coming on shortly as well. Go ahead.
You in a position to stop making your way to Wood Road in Chaddeston? We've had a report from informant saying that someone's driven into the fence. They're currently drunk.
It's absolutely trashed out of his face.
We're on our way, all right, we're on our way.
He's kind of pushed it out the garden now, so...
Right, what make and model is it?
I think it's a Seat.
Right, okay. We are getting someone there.
I'm scared that if he gets on the road, he's going to drive off. And he's really, really trashed.
At this point in time, we're travelling blue because we need to get there as soon as possible, prevent any further injury, try and stop him from driving away.
Drink driving is something that we get on a regular basis. The result can be absolutely catastrophic and it can have life-changing consequences.
Things could have escalated. There's a female that's just trying to take the keys off him right now.
Somebody getting behind the wheel, having had a drink, it's so dangerous.
Stay safe.
You all right?
The driver's made off on foot and clearly intoxicated. So
Yeah.
got his own.
Yeah.
Very drunk.
Was it? Did you see him then?
Yeah.
What was he wearing?
Padded jacket, jeans.
Okay.
So he's clearly travelling at some speed to have to take all this fence out. Quite often evidence can be left at the scene. It could be personal items that will all help us to identify the driver of that vehicle.
Colour skin?
I know, yeah.
I don't know his name. Made us in the direction of Morgan.
Some letters in the back.
Excellent.
We'll go to the address. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, we'll let you know. Right. Time is of the essence. It's really important that we apprehend them as soon as possible. If we don't, they will then go and get in another car the next day, etc., etc. So we need to think, where could that drink driver be?
They've said he's made off in this direction, but this direction is going towards his house, so there is a chance he may be going towards his address.
Speak to you a bit. Cheers.
Nice piece for a piece. Not a problem.
This address is literally just down here, so there's obviously a chance he's gone there.
It's really important that we prove that they were drink driving at the time. If they've left the scene, they can claim that they were drinking after leaving the accident. Is that number one?
Number one.
So we need to find the driver. That's time critical.
2.
Police officers, come and open the door! Come and open it now! Come here.
There's a male down here. Yeah, hold your torch over to put cuffs on. Mate, do you just want to put your arms in front of you? Put your hands in front of you.
The rest of it? Yeah, fine.
It's all right. So at this point,
You're under arrest on suspicion of driving.
That's under the influence of alcohol. Okay.
Some keys in your pocket. What are these keys for? Okay, for what vehicle?
St. Leon.
Okay, what's the registration number? You don't know? Okay.
Whereabouts is it now?
Okay.
We're not starting into trouble, so don't worry about that.
When we've managed to apprehend a suspect, it's satisfying. There's a certain arrogance that drink drivers have, that they're not going to get hurt, they're not going to get caught. Either that or they just don't care about anybody else.
Your driver.
Just going to put this on you. With grey Vauxhall Astra, believed occupants may have a firearm.
Do you know the jobs we deal with, and I can't believe I'm sat here typing up a statement for a damage to bin.
Sometimes going to CPS, it can be quite challenging. It's not an easy conversation. We can get to this position and then it falls down at the last hurdle.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's happened, yeah. I agree. I am very confident that you're right on that one. That is excellent. Thank you very much for your consideration on this one. For that. Boom. Nice one. It's good. That is good. Let's get building some charges.
Craig, it's Scott McDermott. You all right? Can you let Mike Hutchinson know, mate, that we've just got charging decisions on all the 3 drug-related offences? All right?
When you've got your charging decision and you are ready to charge, it validates what you've done. You know that you've done well, and that's a good feeling. We've got the charging decision for all 3 of ours. Britain's having 7 charges, Gilson's having 4, and Archer's having 1. On a personal level, you can sympathise with people we deal with. Anyone who's capable of making a decision is capable of making a bad decision. Hello, Reece, you all right? I'm going to give you a copy of this, all right? It will go with you, but I'm going to read something out to you. So you're going to be charged with the following offences. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm a defence. If you don't mention now something later on in court, anything you say may be given evidence. And there's a perception all criminals are bad people, but what you've got to remember is they're someone's brother, sister, mum, dad, son, daughter, and decisions were made and led to where they are. Their life is basically falling apart in front of you. On the 29th of the 4th, 2019, all yours, Sergeant.
Police emergency.
He's somehow got hold of a wood-cutting axe from the shed of his garden.
There's some fighting coming in the town centre.
OK, while you're in custody, you have several rights and entitlements.
We've already issued an immediate incident. We're going to be there as soon as we can. At the moment, I've got 2 free for the whole of the sitting.